Welcome, welcome. So, today we are talking about how to use your K Award to write your first R01. And I think this is a really nice follow on from yesterday's live, or the live from 2 days ago, I should say, which I will link to at the end of this live session. I think it's a really good follow on from that one because we talked about what the we talked about what the worry is around not feeling confident that you have R01 caliber ideas, right? And so, what we're talking about today is really how to make sure that you are using what you already have in your arsenal to write a strong R01, right? So, one of the most important things that you need to do when you are making that transition from your K award to an R01 is demonstrate that you're on a trajectory, right? That you are solving a broader scientific challenge, or you're working towards solving a broader scientific challenge. And the gap in knowledge that you're trying to fill in this particular R01 is building on the strengths that you already have as a researcher, right? So when you're in your career development award, you're working on a research project that is helping you get started on tackling a problem that really matters to you. That's really the ideal, right? Is you want to make sure that it's within an area that is interesting and compelling to you. And of course, there are mechanisms for you to make a pivot and argue about, what you have been able to do in your career development award or in your prior research that is setting you up for success in this totally new area. But generally speaking, what you want to be doing is showing that you have the skill set and the experience to tackle this gap in knowledge that you are proposing to tackle in your R01, right? And so you want to make sure that you are describing that in a way that is a continuation of your career development award research, right? And so again, what the goal here is to talk about what you have discovered, what you have learned in your career development award research that is leading you to develop a new hypothesis, develop a new research question, and how you're sort of combining the existing literature and the work that you have done in your K award to make an argument for what comes next, right? And so one of the things that you can do is go back to your K award application and take a look at that short section in there that asks you what I can't remember exactly what the description is for that particular section, but it's something about, what is the subsequent R01 here? What are the plans for R01 submission? And so you would have written something probably fairly general about how you're going to use your K award to prepare your first R01. And so the first thing to do is really to go back to that and take a look at what you wrote there and figure out if that's still true, right? Is that still where you want to go? And if not, why not? But once you have the sort of general idea of where you want to go, you want to take that and take what you have been working on in your K award and really develop that uh, into a project and a question that you can pursue over, for the scope of an R01 project, right? And so that's really the way to demonstrate that trajectory, to demonstrate that transition from your career development award to an R01 is really, again, building on your strengths, going from strength to strength, um, and making sure that you are describing how what you've already done is informing what you were planning to do next, right? And I'll also remind you here that the reason that you want to show that you're on a trajectory and that you are building on work that you've already done before is that one of the strongest arguments that you need to make in your R01 is around feasibility, right? How can I show my reviewers that this project is feasible? And one of the most important ways that you do that is by showing that you are still within your wheelhouse, right? You're still doing research that is aligned with your own skills and expertise and abilities, and sort of program of research that you're developing, right? If you are departing from that, you are going to have to justify that departure, right? And again, there are specific mechanisms that allow you to do that and that welcome that type of departure. But generally speaking, you want to be able to demonstrate that you have a solid foundation and you are building upon that, right? So you can go back to your career development award application and take a look at how you describe that and use that to sort of reinforce that argument, right? So that is really how to handle that piece of it and how to use what you already have, both in the actual written document in your career development award, but also in the skills and expertise and experience that you've developed over time, how you can use all of that in the R1 prep process, right? So if there are any questions, I'll just take a quick look here. It doesn't look like there are any questions, but I can hang out for a minute or two to see if there are any questions. Yeah, so if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate. If you are planning to watch this later, you can always ask your questions then. But again, if you're new to me, if you're new here, I will introduce myself now at the end of this video. I'm Sarah Dobson. I am a research grant consultant and academic career coach. And in one of my programs, I support women faculty who are making the transition from career development awards to their first R01. And so all of these videos that I've been doing this month are really responding to the questions and concerns and challenges that come up in that context, right? So if you are looking for some help and support as you make the transition from your career development award to R01 level funding, I invite you to book a call with me. There is a link in the video description for you to do that. And I look forward to speaking with you. So that is it for today, and I will see you next time.